Going 100 hours without food sounds extreme, but what if it's the key to unlocking laser focus, slowing aging, and even fighting disease? Most people think fasting for this long is reckless, but how far is too far? Well, after watching countless videos, reading testimonials, and researching for weeks, I've uncovered what really happens when you fast for this long. So, the more I dug into this, the more I realized 100-hour fast isn't a new concept. For thousands of years, people have fasted not because they wanted to, but because they had to. And yet, they didn't just survive, they thrived. Take Angus Barbieri for example. This guy fasted for 382 days. Yes, over a year, surviving on only tea, coffee, and vitamins. And get this, he lost over 270 pounds and stayed perfectly healthy. So if history tells us anything, it's that the human body is actually built for fasting. So stick with me because within the next couple minutes, I'm going to take you through the exact timeline of what happens inside your body. And trust me, the final stage will hit harder than a cold plunge on the Monday morning. And before I forget, there's actually one mistake that can completely ruin the benefits, which I'll reveal near the end. So let's start off with hours 0 through 12. In this stage, your body's still running on the food from your last meal, making you think nothing's changed. It's busy digesting, absorbing nutrients, and dealing with a spike in insulin, the hormone that tells your body to store fat. Basically, insulin is like that one overprotective grandma who insists you need to save some for later, even when the fridge is already full. But here's the interesting part. As soon as insulin starts to drop, your body flips the switch and your metabolism begins transitioning. But at this stage, you feel nothing yet. But fast forward just a few hours and things start changing. Now, at 12 to 16 hours, something quite interesting starts to happen. Your brain starts switching to a high energy mode powered by ketones, kind of like switching from regular gas to premium fuel. Ketones, your body's secret fuel source, starts trickling in, and these little molecules aren't just about fat burning, they literally upgrade your brain. So imagine feeling laser focused without the caffeine high. Well, that's because your brain prefers ketones over glucose, and the reason why so many people report mental clarity after fasting. But here's where it gets even crazier. So at 16 and 24 hours, your body's hidden survival system turns on, triggering a deep cellular cleanup process known as autophagy, which is your cells cleaning themselves up. So think of your body like a city. Over time, trash piles up like old, broken down cells that no longer serve a purpose. And if no one takes out the garbage, things start getting a bit messy. Autophagy is like the city's garbage truck strolling in, clearing out waste and keeping everything clean and functional. And why is this important? Well, it's your body's natural disease prevention system, which is getting rid of the garbage before it turns into something serious. This is also the same process that some researchers believe could even help prevent cancer, Alzheimer's, and other chronic diseases. So let's push past 24 hours because this is where things start getting extreme. Now, at 24 to 36 hours, your body enters a full reset mode, rapidly regenerating immune cells and optimizing fat burning. Your gut is resetting, and the damaged cells in your intestines are being cleared out and being replaced with healthier ones. At the same time, your immune system is rebuilding, triggering the regeneration of fresh white blood cells to further strengthen your defense systems. And when it comes to fat burning, it's not just happening, it's fully switched on. But here's what nobody talks about. This is also where your body tries to trick you into eating. Kind of like how your fridge suddenly becomes the most interesting part of your house when you're bored and starts releasing hunger waves, not because you actually need food, but because it's testing your willpower. And the sad reality is, most people quit right here. But if you push through this phase, this is where the real magic happens. So at 36 to 72 hours, your body starts to shift into survival mode, flooding you with growth hormones and ramping up fat burning for energy efficiency. And the science backs it up. Studies show that growth hormone levels skyrocket up to 2,000% in men and 1,300% in women. Why? Because your body thinks you're in a survival situation and wants to keep you strong. So what ends up happening is that your body starts releasing counter-regulatory hormones. Growth hormone, adrenaline, noradrenaline. Translation: increased energy, increased mental clarity, and more fat burning. Finally, at 72 to 100 hours, your body reaches its ultimate reboot phase, resetting dopamine levels, activating stem cell regeneration, and optimizing long-term health. First, a dopamine reset happens as your brain's reward system recalibrates, making you feel naturally happier and more motivated. This is one reason why monks and spiritual leaders have incorporated fasting into their practices for thousands of years. At the same time, stem cell activation kicks in, allowing your body to start producing brand new immune cells, effectively regenerating your immune system from the ground up. Lastly, your body enters a deep fat burning mode, and at this stage, you're no longer just burning fat, you're unlocking your deepest energy reserves, maximizing efficiency, and pushing your metabolic flexibility to its peak. Now, what if we push past 100 hours? Well, at this stage, your body unlocks something most people don't even see coming: next level sleep. You'd think going this long without food would leave you wired or restless, but surprisingly, the opposite can happen. With no food to digest, your body shifts into deep recovery mode. You're no longer using energy for processing meals late into the night. Instead, your nervous system calms and your brain gets a break from the usual chaos of fluctuating blood sugar. The result? Deeper sleep, fewer interruptions, and waking up actually feeling rested for once. People who've hit this stage often say it's the best sleep they've had in years. Quick to fall asleep, longer sleep time, clearer mornings without the groggy "where am I" haze. But here's the key: hydration. If you're not drinking enough water or getting electrolytes in, this benefit vanishes fast. Dehydration equals light broken sleep, so don't underestimate the basics. This is the part where small habits protect your big win. And once the fast ends, you're not just physically refreshed, something else sharpens that you didn't expect. At this point, most people think it's over, but there's one more benefit that flies under the radar: your instincts get an upgrade. After not eating for days, you become super aware of your internal signals, hunger cues, fullness, emotional triggers. Now you're just not eating because it's noon or because you're bored. You're fully tuned in, and for the first time, you can actually hear your body. Some researchers also believe this has to do with how prolonged fasting resets your nervous system and quiets the constant stimulation from food. People say it feels like developing a sixth sense around food, energy, and mood. You just know what your body needs, and more importantly, what it doesn't. But it goes deeper than that. You start noticing subtle shifts in how your body responds to emotions. The difference between real hunger and emotional eating becomes crystal clear. The patterns that used to control your cravings, you see through them. It's like someone handed you the manual to your own body after years of trying to guess your way through it. Even your relationship with food changes. Meals stop being noise and start becoming signals. Every bite feels intentional. Every craving gets questioned. And with that comes freedom. The kind where you're no longer reacting to food, you're responding with purpose. But here's the part that trips people up. This new awareness is fragile. Now, remember that one mistake I mentioned at the start? So, you've just spent hundreds of hours upgrading your body, clearing out damaged cells, boosting growth hormones, sharpening your mind, basically hitting reset on your entire system. But you break your fast the wrong way and boom, it's like tripping over the finish line face first. Your gut is incredibly sensitive after a long fast since it's been in rest and repair mode for several days now. And it's definitely not ready to handle a flood of heavy, greasy, or ultra-processed foods. And jumping straight into a big meal is the last thing you want to do, since it can cause bloating, cramps, sugar spikes, energy crashes, and completely blindside your digestive system. So just imagine setting off fireworks in the library. Trust me, your gut's not ready for that kind of chaos. Start slow: bone broth, soft cooked veggies, or something light like avocado toast that'll gently wake up the system without overwhelming it. After that, slowly introduce healthy fats and proteins, eggs, fish, or grass-fed meat, in small portions of course, to give your body the fuel it needs without lighting your gut on fire. And the most important part, avoid sugar and processed foods like your progress depends on it, because it does. Otherwise, you'll crash harder than your energy levels after a 3-hour pre-workout buzz, and all that effort gone in a single plate of fast food. This phase is where most people slip up. They think the fast is over, but really, it's the refeed that seals the results. So treat the end of your fast like a landing, not a crash. Now, let's talk about the biggest question of them all. Should you even try this? Well, fasting isn't just for hardcore biohackers. It's for anyone looking to improve their health and enjoy life with loved ones, free from physical limitations. So if this video flipped the way you see food and fasting, hit that subscribe button and let me know your thoughts in the comment sections. Till next time.